everybody, it's me. I have my camera set up in a different spot, and as you can see, my background is different. This is my closet background. So you see the lovely doors over here. Um, Today I'm gonna really get into talking about bullying. Um, I'm not bullied often, so I don't have any relation to this. Although I have been bullied a few times in the past, and I see people being bullied a lot. This may seem like a very kind of corny video, considering, oh yeah, well everybody's talking about how people are being bullied and how we should stop bullying. Well, I think that it is a very real concept that people really don't grasp when they're not the ones being bullied. But it really is I don't know the word for it, but it's important. It's a very important subject to talk about. Um, like, people take pollution more seriously than bullying, and pollution is kind of like bullying the earth. So why can't we talk about bullying our people, our kids, our teenagers? They're very mean to each other. So my first kind of issue with bullying that I'm going to be talking about is the verbal bullying that people don't really notice, they don't really pay attention to much because it's used in a very large variety of ways. Like, if you were to go up to somebody, and it's your friend, okay, let's say this is, you are walking up to your friend, Jessica, and Jessica is over there laughing and having a good time, and for some reason you just feel like saying, wow, you have the most annoying laugh ever. Well, if you were to say that to her and she laughs about it, it still could hurt her feelings, depending on how close you are friends with her. One, she could take it in the way that you meant it, or you were kidding, you were playing around, but in another way, she can actually very well take it as you're being very rude, it's not very nice, and it could really hurt her, and she'll stop laughing around you, and when she does laugh, she'll try to hide it. And laughter is a very good thing, so saying that to somebody is very kind of rude. I've had that happen, I've seen that happen to a few of my friends at school, and they really took it to heart. So that's a very bad kind of thing. Another type of verbal abuse is calling somebody fat or ugly or too skinny. If you haven't heard my previous videos, I'm gaining 18 pounds. That has nothing to do with verbal abuse, but I have been called too skinny before, which is kind of an overstatement because I'm nowhere near skinny. I am thin. I don't know what shape I have. I'm like an hourglass shape, kind of. But calling somebody too fat, too skinny, that's how anorexia starts. I don't know any others. I know what they're called, but I mean, I know what they are. The eating disorders with they'll eat and they'll puke it up, or the anorexia, they just will not eat. They refuse to. That can cause a lot of damage in a person. Is not really nice. If you have a friend that's overweight and you all the time call them fat and stuff, do you know how much that hurts inside? It's not a very nice thing to do. Calling somebody too skinny can also that can cause an eating disorder where you eat and eat and eat and eat, and you'll eat after you're full, which is very bad because you'll stretch out your stomach, and could as well damage your liver, your arteries, lead to heart problems, not failure or anything, but heart problems. It's just, the whole entire thing is a mess. Another type of verbal abuse is by calling somebody ugly. You don't know how much that affects them. I have been called, this is how I've been bullied. I've been called ugly. Let's see, I've been called Rudolph because I cut my nose when I was 7, so I have a slight scar right there. It's going away. People get over it. My hair, I've cut it myself a few times. And the pictures look really horrible. I don't have any of them anymore, but I've cut my hair a few times and I've been called Willy Wonka. Just going for the superficial here and calling somebody ugly or like stuff like that. It's not really, even if you're joking around, it's still not appropriate to do. If there really is somebody who you think is unattractive, why not help them? Why don't you say, oh hey, do you want to go for like a shopping spree with me? Do you want to come over to my house so we can do makeovers? Stuff like that. I know that doesn't really apply to guys. Guys can't just do that. Guys are just like, I don't care what the other guy looks like, get over it. Um, they mostly care about what they look like, which is still, if a girl calls a guy ugly, that can still damage his feelings, or calling a guy fat can damage his feelings, or chubby, or stuff like that. It's really not appropriate, and I do not see why people do it. Okay, the next type of bullying I'm going to move on to will be the kind of bullying that girls seem to do. It's still kind of a verbal abuse, but it's gossiping. Gossiping about even guys. Even guys can gossip. So how that is how guys gossip, I don't know. I don't grasp how a guy can gossip, but oh yeah, she said so and so, so don't go out with her kind of thing. Or this guy did something at my party and now I hate him, don't hang out with him, so I don't know, dodgeballs at him during the gym. Stuff like that. Um, I don't know how guys gossip. I don't even think guys really do gossip. It's just the whole rumor idea. It's the whole substantial thing. This rumors. They are hurtful. If you go around saying somebody at your school did something and you have no idea if they did it or not, you are gossiping. You are spreading rumors. If you say, oh, well, I heard from Shelly or I heard from Jake, blah, 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 that is spreading a rumor and could very well hurt someone's feelings. The last kind of bullying I'll be talking about is the most obvious sense of bullying where you actually know you are bullying somebody. And that is beating them up, it's hitting them, it's slapping them across the face, it's throwing stuff at them. It's just the whole entire outline of that. It's how fights start, it's how people get expelled, suspended, how people can go to juvenile, whatever, juvie. Um, it's it's how people get in a lot of trouble is by just throwing the first punch. And even throwing the second punch back at somebody can be, you can still get in a lot of trouble just for punching somebody back because they hit you first. I personally think if somebody does try to hit you, and this is my personal view on things, if somebody punches you in the face and is like on top of you, beating you up, my personal view on that is you should hit them back. But if they just punch you, like, oh my gosh, you're so annoying, you're just in this whole entire argumental thing, back and forth, and all of a sudden they throw the first punch, you can stand there and just be like, oh my god, kind of thing. Don't say that out loud, they'll probably hit you again. But, just the whole entire thing with that, just don't hit them back. If they hit you first, and there's somebody else around to see it, that person, unless they're on the opposing side, will actually, you can ask them to go get a teacher so you can actually still stand there without getting chased down by somebody who's bullying you. And if you are the person, like that, fuck that, for my speech impediment. Okay, if you are the person who is bullying somebody physically, why are you doing that? Think to yourself, what did they do to me to make me want to hit them? And if it is something stupid, like talking about your mom, oh, your mom is so fat, blah, blah, blah. If that's so just superficial, I mean, can't you just ignore it, get away with, like, go talk, not even talk to your friends, go write it down in a diary. Guys can have diaries. I'm just going to say that right now, a guy can have a diary. Write it down in a diary. Talk to your parents about it. I know that sounds stupid, but talk to your parents about it or something. And or go tell a teacher. Yeah, this person's talking blah 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 bad about me, or this person said something that really hurt my feelings. Go see one of your school counselors. Do not just go hit them. That's kind of, two wrongs don't make a right, although whenever I hear that I say two negatives make a positive, but this is not math class, this is life. And in life, two wrongs do not make a right. So that's really all I have to say for that subject. I guess really just don't bully. Bullying's not really worth anything, is it? Bye.